Incoming transmission. It is time, Tenno.
Greetings, Tenno, and welcome. Welcome to a slightly delayed episode of the... I almost said it the name of a different podcast. What an amazing start. Of the Flux Vircast. We are here to give you all the latest news in Warframe, and there's been a lot since last time. It's been 3 weeks without an episode, so we'll get right to it. I'm your host, Sacred Pixel, and I have some good friends here who are going to help me not derail this entire thing. So starting from the top right, we have Anima Cartographer. Greetings.
Hello. I'm sure you all remember me from the first episode. No.
Okay, we have Avex Wolfwing once again. Hello.
I'm back.
Creepy Uncle Incorporated.
hey, I'm back. Sorry.
He's back for the one person out there who remembers him. And on the other corner, we have once again Anatolius. Hello.
Hey everybody, I'm also here again. I don't want to sound like Alex because he sounded creepy.
Your face was creepy.
Yeah, because you never sound creepy. That's not a thing. Okay, welcome to the Creepy Cast. We're here to talk about Warframe, but first we're going to talk about ourselves because we're just selfish bastards like that. So, Avex, what have you been doing lately?
Game-wise, Warframe, I started playing some Risk of Rain. It's a very nice game, though frustratingly hard at times. Haven't actually been playing many other games otherwise. So.
That's... Oh. Well, I mean, you had the move with all the college business and all the stuff, so I guess...
Yes, I was going to not talk... That's my private life. Yes, I'm back at college.
For everyone that doesn't know, Avex's address is the following. No.
Wow.
Oh my god, I swear I would.
I don't even know Risk of Rain. How is that? What kind of a game is that? I think I've seen like...
it's I believe it's categorized as a roguelike. Last I checked, it was like $10 on Steam. Basically survive for as long as you can while picking up bits of loot that help you survive as long as you can against swarms of aliens and such.
I saw screenshots and it reminded me of Terraria.
I think it was actually made in Game Maker. Which is like, for those who don't know, it's basically like a really, really bare bones sort of thing. I think for making games, it's just, I tried working with it once and it was just an absolute mess. I couldn't make anything quality with it, so I'm shocked that they were able to make something this good.
Yeah. It's kind of a little 8-bit generator.
Yeah.
I've used it once, just for fun. I made a guy in a little room and he walked around and was like, haha, I don't know what this is, and I closed it. Okay. Very well, thank you. But Anatolius, what are you up to?
I'm back in school now, back in college. Everything's going well, you know, it's simple life stuff. Warframe's been fun ever since the update. I'll get more into that later about all the fun stuff we've been doing. I've been getting frustrated because sometimes I'll play Shovel Knight in public and people just stare because I'll just throw the game a little bit, just like, because this game, I'm telling you, it's fun, but it's just that learning curve. But that's about it.
I hate people watching me play video games. In person, at least. I don't mind like streaming.
You can't be a YouTuber then.
No, I think I'd be all right.
I think the kind of someone over your shoulder. while you
Yeah,
just
I don't
do
like
your
people
thing.
breathing down my neck. That's the thing.
Especially if you're supposed to be alone at home. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let's start it. Thank you.
Okay.
So, Anima, it's your turn.
Yeah,
I suppose.
my turn. So when you guys were recording the last podcast, I was actually with my girlfriend in Boston for Boston Comic Con.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How was it there?
I think Boston Comic Con is still pretty new, which would explain why it was just kind of like one giant room. It was just basically, if you're familiar with con terminology, it was a giant dealer's room, which is basically where they sell all that stuff, all that like merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a bunch of booths with like comic artists selling their comics and merchandise related stuff. I know there were a couple famous people there, and I didn't get to see them at all. We weren't really interested in seeing any of them. But it was fun. I had fun. We had fun. Other than that, in terms of what I've been playing recently, obviously like a little bit of Warframe here and there, but mainly just like Final Fantasy XIV as usual. And I got back into Devil May Cry 4, and I remembered what a good hack and slash stylish action game was.
Character action, people. Everyone play games. You don't. I feel bad for you reminding me that because I recently discovered that I've lost my copy of DMC4.
Well, the Steam version is pretty good, and PC version has its own difficulty that's not on consoles. So
I miss a good DMC. I have 3. I should play 3 probably. Yeah.
I hope you're not playing 3 on PC because that port is like unplayable.
No. I have the other version for PlayStation 2, that the easier version.
Oh, the
Remember
special edition?
Yeah,
Where
the
they
special.
fixed the difficulties?
Yeah, because didn't they have the
Yeah,
Japanese
our
difficulties at the
our
original?
normal was Japanese hard mode.
And Japanese hard mode is impossible
Yeah.
everywhere else. Okay, yeah, but good. Now, as to me, I suppose. Hi everyone, I'm Pixel. You might know me, yeah. I've been playing some Warframe 2. I just actually started and finished Dark Souls 2. Obligatory.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you finished.
Yeah, I just 3 days ago, I believe. Yeah, and 2 days ago I got the season pass because.
I'll have to pick that up at some point.
Hey,
Because I do want to play it. But
you know what? You should.
Yeah,
It's
I want to
actually-
play
I
it,
was-
but like
I was
I
really
don't have the
surprised.
money right now.
I was actually really surprised at how well that DLC was done. At least I played most of the first one, the Second King, and it was. It had new mechanics, verticality. The map design just was brilliant. Not to say it's generally not brilliant, but I mean, some parts didn't feel as good in Dark Souls 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, no,
Different
it was pretty good. And the battle with the final battle, I'm not going to say what. It's not a humanoid enemy, thank God, and it was a good old-fashioned, difficult Dark Souls battle. It was good. It was really good. Other than that, yeah, some Final Fantasy XIV as well. Me and Anima have been doing a couple of dungeons here and there.
Oh yeah, we did do a few in between the last
Yeah?
episode and this one.
You tank, I heal, unbeatable team.
Unbeatable.
Well, with 2 DPS. Never win. Yeah. But I've also been playing a little indie game whose name I just love, and I just love saying all the time, called Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Oh my god.
I don't suppose anyone knows
That's
it.
the sound
saw-
of me being familiar.
Yeah.
I saw its spoof at PAX East this year, but I didn't check it out.
It's
It
I
was so
haven't
fun.
I haven't seen that much of the game, but I've seen people like try to play it with like a DDR mat.
yeah, it has its own DDR mats. DDR is kind of difficult, but yeah, it's basically a dungeon crawler, kind of 8-bit looking thing. It's roguelike, meaning death is death. You got to start all over again, but it's also a rhythm game, and you do everything.
You can't do anything unless you are on beat.
Yeah, and it's extremely fun. And the boss battles are just the dumbest, most fun things in existence. Like there's one where you fight it. You're on a chessboard basically, and you fight chess pieces, and for some reason it works perfectly. And
Sweet.
It's a great game. I like it, but yeah, the usual Warframe with all the updates, which we'll get to later. And yeah, that's about it. Anyone else have anything to add? Have been doing something extraordinary? Who am I kidding?
I'm
Ouch.
extraordinary.
Who am I kidding? Everyone here is a loser anyway.
Don't club me with you people.
I say you're kind of the leader of the clan. Anyway, so I believe we're going to move on to the dev stream, which was a really special dev stream.
Yep.
Was it not? Because it was a TennoLive dev stream. Transition.
At Gamescom.
Anytime now. Yeah, and I love the layout I have on this. You guys can't see it, but there's a beautiful frame with our beloved developers, Steve and Sheldon, in the middle.
They had a really, like...
Being very...
I don't know if you would call it a booth, but, like, that's what I'm going to call it. They had a really nice booth, like, the way the screens were set up and the couches. It just looked nice.
I know, the setup was really nice.
You mean the actual booth they had, or the
I
presentation?
guess you would call it, like,
the live
the
stream?
presentation
like
stage.
Yeah, the stage.
The stage, yeah.
Stage, yeah.
No, yeah, it was a very casual, like, it was like a dev stream, basically. They had their couches, they were just chilling. There were abundant numbers of pink shorts for all the fan service. It was really
Pink
good.
shorts returned. Praise pink shorts.
Pink Shorts Prime. It's happening, but yeah. Let's go through all the stuff that was going on. I mean, this was 2 weeks ago, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it
TennoLive was 2 weeks ago. And there was stuff. So who wants to begin? I'm passing the ball here.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, we got some
Everybody.
more stuff for some of the infested enemies, but that's not really what was important.
You're going from least interesting to most interesting or something? No. First of all, the big reveal that's been happening. I'm going to take it. The big reveal that's been happening.
Wormius.
Wormius.
Damn it. I'm not
I'm
going
gonna
to pretend.
play the hecky out of that.
I'm not going to pretend I'm not interested in Warframe Space Invaders, but that was not the point of that, good sir.
Excuse me, it's a parody of Gradius.
We're gonna keep pushing this back.
But no. Yes, but no. There's reason I say that. And reason I'm going to say later. But yeah, I suppose let's say Wormius is a new mini game and you're a worm and you shoot things, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Am I right? Do you guys care?
It looks fun, I guess. Looks like something I'll spend a few minutes every now and then playing.
Yeah. Flappy Zephyr.
I'm not touching that Zephyr
Bird.
ever again. Or the
I touched it. I have no idea why it's that Flappy Bird was that popular to begin with. But that's a completely different game for a completely different podcast that we'll never make. So,
the Flappy Bird cast?
Flappy Bird frame?
Well, we have Bird Frame, but okay, I'm gonna get us back on topic. What was the
you're
actual
talking about the tile sets.
God damn it! Do you not want us to talk about Archwing? Because we can just not talk about Archwing.
Let's talk about Wing. Let's talk about Wing
All
frame.
right.
Talk about. Oh.
Let's talk about Archwing.
So Archwing, update 15.
You slap some
Pretty
wings
hype
on,
trailer.
you fly around in outer space.
I don't think you just slap some wings. I don't think
You
that's
slap some wings onto your butt and you fly away.
okay. Thank
Shoot space guns and space swords.
Pew pew. Also, Fomorians. Those are coming back. Get hype.
Yep.
you. You're just spewing random information and no one understands what's actually going on. So the main attraction, let's say, of update 15 will be Archwing, which will be basically Gundam with Warframe, Gunframe, War Dam, whichever you prefer. Which is,
Or
Do we?
damn indeed.
Which we don't actually know too much about. What kind of a game mode was it? The way it was presented looked like it occurred after an actual mission. It
Like
was
when you're heading towards extraction.
yes, you want to
Yeah.
extract, but Ortis was like, "I'm a weak baby and I can't extract because there's fire." Blah blah blah.
He's a stealth ship.
He's
Not a
Not a
combat
combat
pod.
You see that? You see that? We remember things.
thank you. That's a pretty valid contribution. But yeah, what happens if is this time it's space ninjas which are actually in space. So you strap on some wings, like Anna said. I'm gonna take it. You get a railgun, a really big railgun. Like, I think we could compare it to the size of the. What's the size of the other gun? The big
It's
gun.
about the
It's about as big as
Not
a
as big
Gorgon.
as us.
A little bit bigger.
The big gun. The slow gun that starts slow and goes fast and goes.
That's
Poop.
the Gorgon.
The Gorgon.
or Supra.
Thank you. was like a
Technically
s-
also Soma, but kind of not.
No, it's a little bigger than.
Okay, we're talking about the Gorgon.
this.
Doesn't
Yes,
matter.
it's a little bit bigger than the Gorgon.
It's a railgun Gorgon, basically. And what you do is go in space. You Gundam everything. You shoot. You use some very interesting melee moves, which looked pre-rendered and not actual in-game stuff.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong.
Who knows?
But I wonder for how long they've been developing this. Because, oh no, that's something for later. I have stuff for later. Sorry. So what are your thoughts on that?
I'd like to throw in my 2 cents. I think that it's going to work very similar, at least in terms of like when it will happen. I mean, obviously, it's not going to happen every mission. Nobody would want that; it would get old real fast. So I think it's going to be about as random as when like some levels are frozen over or some levels are on fire. I think it's going to be that kind of random chance.
Okay, that's valid. Because my original thought was that scene that we saw of Vortis being a big baby. I thought that might have actually been part of the quest that introduces the whole Archwing thing, and then it's kind of a chosen mode, like kind of a dark sector.
Oh,
That's just what I imagined. But we really can't say much because we don't actually know anything about it. They just show this 1.5 minute video.
I almost hypothesized that it will be part of an event, possibly. Well, an event will start it, but it'll be implemented in a way that you can keep doing it.
yeah, much like other game types.
Yeah. New game missions.
A lot of
I
people
feel
were.
that
Oh, sorry.
I feel that this could have a lot of potential. And one thing I want to see is a revamp of a fight against a raptor, so that it's us and the Archwing fighting against the raptor. So instead of just having the raptor float around and be invincible and shoot missiles that deal way too much damage at us, that's where we're actually dogging each other.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
You know,
Actually.
I don't think it's going to be in actual pre-existing missions or mission types, but that might have been cool.
Be an interesting boss fight, that's for sure.
It's kind of like when Lotus is like, okay, kill everyone on this ship. Instead of like kill everyone on the ship, it's going to be like, well, this is how I almost feel like it would happen. Like the ship becomes under attack and you have to evacuate or something. And the mission becomes mute. And then you go into this other mission.
Yeah.
As long as it replaces the pick up the 4 data masses, I'm happy.
Oh, you don't like that?
You don't like data masses?
I don't like it when she tells us to do it after we've completed our other objective.
Oh yeah, that can get.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
Because those things get spread out across the entire map.
Yeah. I think we once had like 12 data masses that we had to bring to extraction. It got out of hand.
Oh jeez. There were a lot of people being kind of worried that like, oh no, is it just gonna be like Star Fox where it's on rails? And like DE confirmed that it's not, but I would have been okay with Warframe Star Fox.
You know what?
War Fox?
Because Star Fox is good.
64.
Star Fox is it's pretty good. you guys.
Warframe
Though-
64.
oh. Well, I mean, there's an actual Star Fox for the Wii U coming out, but that's for another podcast again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's actually much we can talk about because we don't have much about it.
There's a lot of speculation and not enough actual fact.
Yeah, we should. I don't actually think we'll get a lot more stuff in the next dev stream either. I think they're gonna do the kind of thing that we can't tell you yet because it's too soon for that.
They must have been working on this for a long time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yes, probably. And if we're gonna talk about Archwing, I'm gonna show these screen transition. Thank you very much. These are some scans provided by a good client of ours, Volkovi. I'm having the Rebecca problem that I can't pronounce that every once in a while.
vocally.
I'm
I
sorry,
probably
Volk.
still said it wrong.
We'll call him Volk from now
We'll
on.
call him Volk, who actually went to Gamescom, was at TennoLive, and they got these goodie bags with general stuff, including these cans right here from Concept Art. And I believe you guys can all see the concept art.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got them
Okay.
up myself.
There's two little pieces of concept art that we have to see. The first one is, what does that say? Space Battles Flight Harness concept art. And if you notice, let's play a little game called Who's That Warframe?
It's Clefairy.
It's a Pikachu.
I do
It was
wonder whether or
me,
not
Austin.
that's.
That one's
I
a
do
Loki.
wonder.
That one's a Loki. That one's Nova.
Does anyone recognize
Wrong
that Warframe?
picture.
Yeah, you're looking at
Oh.
the wrong picture. Does anyone recognize that Warframe? No, because
No.
it's not an existing Warframe.
Oh, this one.
Oh,
Maybe it was like concept for something that was like in the past. Like they were going to do it, but then they changed their mind.
yeah, it might have been
It's-
either old concept art or maybe they were thinking of adding more than just the wings.
Maybe it was going to be a Warframe that was
Yeah,
cut.
those
Maybe it's a
were-
Warframe we haven't seen yet.
It was one of the hypotheses that it was the whole Archwing thing was going to be in kind of full exoskeleton and not just the wings.
Mm-hmm.
But from the right part of the picture, you can see that's clearly not the case. So just as a heads up, we're not going to say, "Oh, new Warframe confirmed," because that looks male, and it could be. But just
That's
keep an eye
not
out
even
for that.
just one.
There's one.
That's not even just one frame. There's
Yes,
three of there's
yes,
there's
I'm
two
just-
others.
I'm looking at that one.
There's one I'm looking at. It's the one with the giant like right. The right side has like this giant like pack.
Yes.
That
Look
one
at that
kind of
Yes.
gives me like Grenier vibes from its design. Although I wouldn't expect it to be a Grenier. It just
Yeah.
has
You know what?
design elements that remind me of them.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. It.
That
Wow, you were thinking of that, and I'm thinking of Samus Aran.
Oh yeah, it does kind of give me a
That and
Samus vibe,
Give
especially that back view.
Metroid suit. I know. Yeah. And we can see
Uh,
here on the left some previous designs. What is this tail, and why does it look so?
I want it. I want it.
I want it
It's
as well.
it's a
Is
scarf.
it firing bullets or are those like little rocket packs?
I feel like it's like the
Uh,
propulsion, like to push you from side
Yeah,
to side.
that would
That
make
doesn't
sense.
look like enough propulsion to push an entire
Hey, man.
exoskeleton.
Well, it doesn't take much to push you in a direction in space.
Well,
Are
but you have to
questioning
imagine the
Warframe
Warframes are
logic?
a bit heavy. Like, perhaps? No?
Warframe has no logic.
Uh,
I just wanted the cool points.
It really does look good though. Like even if it's not really logically correct, it still looks cool. Maybe it's
I
like
don't know.
looks like a scarf or something. But
Maybe they'll repurpose it into a Ciandana.
I was
I'll
just
buy
about
it.
to say. Yeah.
DE do that. That's just a hint. I'd buy that. Just saying.
Oh yeah, this concept art just looks. It looks a bit old. Like I want to say a few months old, probably.
Yeah.
It looks like it's been sitting in a drawer or something for quite
It's
some
safe to assume that this has been in the works for a decent amount of time.
Probably since
Yep.
mid-update 13, if I had to take a guess.
Maybe even before that.
Maybe even before that.
Maybe even before. But yeah, there's some shots. That's definitely going to be interesting. I'm going to be all over that. Like, I won my Zoe. Until Zoe 3 is out, I want space battles wherever I can.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's all about Archwing. I don't think we have anything else to say about that. It looks cool. The reveal was cool.
The
Really-
renders, the render for Space Battles Warframes in Flight, and that one shows them using the weapons that we have already. So that raises a question: will we be able to use our actual loadouts in these missions, or is this just an early concept thing, and we'll be forced to use a new loadout with the Archwing itself?
We'll see, I suppose.
I didn't even think about that. Valkyr is carrying an entire Soma.
And Ember has the Axani.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes me think that those actual renders, not the concept art, are way more recent. If
Oh yeah, I'm
the
sure.
Axani are in there. Huh. But we do know there will be a railgun.
Yeah.
An Archwing
Yeah,
specific.
there will be an Archwing specific weapon.
So, I don't know. That's something we'll just have to see. Maybe we'll learn about it in the next dev stream. Maybe in 25 years. Not 25
Hopefully,
years. But
it won't take as long to get from 14 to 15 as it did to take from 13 to 14.
that's something you can just hope. Hey, we're already at a 14.5, so
We skipped 3 and 4.
we skipped
Yeah.
3 and 4.
If I can make one last speculative thought before we move on.
Of course.
What if that weapon they were showing off with the Archwing is its own weapon? Maybe it's, I don't know, just this is super speculative, but like maybe they're trying out hybrid weapons, guns that can become swords and stuff like that.
I'm gonna cover it during our general topics conversation because I'm pretty sure this is an weapon in its own, but it's Archwing exclusive, and it's because of something I found. Like,
All right.
we're gonna cover that
Yeah, totally.
Oh, you're going to talk about that.
later conversation. So Archwing update 14.
Yep.
Get ready for that. No, don't get ready. It's gonna be a while.
Wait, 15, not 14. We just had
15.
Did I just say 14?
You said
You're going
14.
back in past.
Yay! We're going.
We
back in
waited long
time.
No, we're not waiting for 14 again.
It's gonna take twice as long. Okay.
Oh. Anyways, the tile sets?
We have tile sets. You were
Which are
Yes.
That's
currently out right now.
one of them.
One is.
Oh, one is. Right.
We the event, which we'll discuss later, has brought up the Europa tile set. And should we talk about that now or wait till we get to the event itself?
We can.
Just slightly cover over it. Like
Slightly.
that.
They kind of overlap, so we can use
All right.
it as like a starting subject and transition into the event.
All right, so summarizing the Europa tile set. Ice.
Cold.
Snow.
Lots of ice.
It's a bit snowy.
Beautiful.
It is.
It is
It
really
is
nice
gorgeous.
Can I admit something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in game yet.
looking. I just played on it today.
I didn't check it out. I completely forgot. I wanted to do that
If
today.
you go to extraction and you see the sunset, I almost cried.
My one complaint at the moment is really just an issue that seems to be this entire event seems to have is that the map is pretty much the size of Russia. And it takes forever to get across from one node to another, but more about that later.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about that because
If I can make a complaint about the tile set in and of itself, I find it hard to climb on it because I got stuck on a few ledges and it took me like way too long for me to just run up one of the sides.
I tried to climb earlier, flew out of a map. Wasted 2 revives trying to get out.
Yeah, I saw a guy get stuck in the wall.
at least the skybox is pretty, so you have good cover.
Yes, The picture of Jupiter here is gorgeous.
Oh yeah, when I saw that, I was like completely blown away.
I mean, Jupiter is pretty beautiful. I actually have seen the planet itself in real life via telescope, and even from that far away, it just kind of hits you. It's just like, oh my god, that is there. It is gigantic.
It's also kind of intimidating.
Yeah, it's a scary planet when you think about it. Way too big.
However, that was not the only Tulsid, was it?
No.
What else did we see?
We're gonna swim in
We're
the
gonna
water.
swim. If
We're going to.
I want to see Warframes with like the little masks, the little kind of snorkel things.
Yeah,
I want
snorkeling mask.
Like the rebreathers from, the first of a Star Wars re-trilogy thing.
Yes.
I'm sorry to bring that up, but yeah, those rebreathers, that's what I'm thinking of when you say that.
Thank you. And I want some kind of like inflatable like beach kind of mattresses. I want the Tenno to take a vacation finally, basically, because they deserve it. But yes,
So,
underwater
Yeah.
tile set. Tenno suddenly learned how to swim. How they learned that, we have no idea. Why did they not know that before? We also have no idea.
It's like
Well,
an
it's
animal. If you throw them into that condition, they will adapt.
That's true.
it's also the weakness of every single video game protagonist.
It's true. It's also true.
Alright. At the
Yes.
moment, we don't know where this tile set will be, but I do have a theory.
Please.
I was trying to figure out where it would be, and at first I figured it would be on some moon or something which had ice on it, and we would just go underwater. Now, Europa's already covered, so that left like 2 other moons, I think, but they were kind of not as well known. But then I remembered that Sedna is actually the name of an Inuit goddess of the sea. And looking at all the nodes on Sedna, every single thing is named after something related to water, be it another deity or creature or something. So, I'm wondering if there's going to be some Orkin terraforming that had went on, and Sedna's actually going to be a water world.
Time to slap on that tinfoil hat, guys. Sidna. It's crazy.
Tinfoil hat? You mean
Tinfoil.
like
Yeah, because
Illuminati?
it's crazy.
No,
Oh.
paper
Oh.
boat
Those are-
boat hat.
That was a bad joke. But yeah, you're
Conspiracy?
on Sedna. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. But what we did see, we only saw some concept art, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
Just a few pieces of concept art. It looked nice. There was also, it was not all just in water, of course. There was also some in Grenier facilities that were kind of, looked very Bioshock-ish.
Yeah.
honestly. The water
noticed it.
kind of dripping,
Yep.
Interesting. It looked good. It looked slightly intimidating.
I noticed some like capsules filled with water, and it looked like there was some bizarre creatures that were stuffed inside them. So, I guess they're doing research or something.
It's probably some experimentation. You know, all the Grenier do is eat, sleep, and clone, so...
And shoot.
And shoot, but not very well.
No.
So...
Combat Formation Bravo.
Excuse me? Is that Call of Duty?
No,
that
Combat
one of
Formation
those-
Bravo.
Is that one of those old lines the Grenier used to
Yeah.
have? Like, stay close to the
Oh.
walls?
Keep my
Does that
mother out of
filter
this.
you a lot?
Oh, yeah, English-speaking Grenier. Oh, my God.
Stay
Remember
close to the
that?
That is.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, wow. That's a while. That was a while ago. Please don't bring that up. However, we do see. What else do we have? We talked about Warmies, of course, the most,
walls.
the
Did
most important.
Tile Rigger actually get implemented with update 14.5, or is that later?
No,
I don't
No,
think
he's-
so. No.
his model still looked incomplete, but he's coming along his way.
Can I just say I'm extremely happy he's keeping his upside down face?
I know. I was so happy that I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Thank
kind
you,
of a
DE.
staple.
Thank you.
I know.
It's like I like how
Talrigger-
serious it is, but they don't want to like get rid of all the fun. So it's like something that's like, oh, but it's still funny.
Yeah, you would have to know about it beforehand to notice it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy gets it. That guy's been playing for a while. He gets it. Yeah, but basically, Talrigger will be buff. He just went to the gym and got extremely swole. So look,
But then he forgot his legs.
he did forget his legs.
Don't skip leg day.
I bet he's gonna move around like a gorilla with the way he's shaped.
He looks like it now that you've mentioned it.
It's a very large hands.
Thank you. But yes, I believe that's about it. TennoLive was cut a bit short.
Yeah. They actually had a schedule to operate on that time.
Yeah, they had a schedule and they were a bit late to start, as per
And
the terms
also-
soon.
they also had to do a few giveaways during that.
And that was cool.
Yeah.
Someone got keyboards and headphones, and
All kinds
Yep.
of nice stuff.
people got jealous.
I'm jealous of that graphics card.
People I'm jealous
That was a
of.
graphics card, right?
Yeah, there was a graphics card.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Pretty
of
good
it.
one.
Yeah, that's why I'm jealous.
Not even jealous, as I'm jealous.
I'm not even jealous, I say, as I become green.
Even more
within.
jealous.
That's the phrase, right?
Yeah, scream with me.
Thank you, instructor. Yes, that's it. Is that it? Anything
That was
we?
GamesCom.
That was game. That was not the entirety of Gamescom, but
No,
No,
that
there
was the
was other
TennoLive
stuff.
dev stream.
that was
there
3
was-
weeks ago. We've got other stuff to talk about, I'm afraid.
We do have stuff to talk about, like Steve's
Gotta
pink
get
shorts.
caught up. Oh, that's old also.
Let's talk about skipping from 14.2 all the way to 14.5.
I am.
Well, let's get 14.1 and 14.2 first.
Yeah.
Those are things.
Those were things.
Alright.
Actually, so
So,
new gameplay elements. Let's start with what should we start with?
the 3 events that we've been given in these 3 weeks.
There were 3.
There
Yeah,
were 3
was,
events.
There was the one
Well-
with the corpus with the ice shields, and then there
Okay,
was
the Avalanche
Avalanche Offensive.
the hyenas.
There was
Hyena Facility,
The
In the
the
facility
tentacle
and
alert.
and Cryotic Front,
which is right
Huh.
now.
which is currently running and we'll cover
There's about 4 days left, as of
Huh.
this recording.
3 days
Yep.
actually.
So, Avalanche Offensive was mainly just give us something to do while D was at Gamescom. Did give us a booster. Can't remember which one. I don't think I got a chance to use it. Was it the credits booster or the XP
Yeah, the
booster?
credit.
Yeah, it was credits. Yeah.
Ah,
I'm poor.
Yeah. What was the
It was-
Avalanche? Just a find Arctic Eximus, kill Arctic. It was kind of a preparation, like, hey, the cryo beam is coming, the freeze ray
yeah.
is coming.
It's
It
kind of
was-
just warming us up for this event.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
a
you see
stand-
it? You get it? Warming us up, but it's ice.
But it's cold. It was colding us up. All the unfunny jokes in the Flux Vircast. Yes, but there. I'm here, kind of. But there are blah blah. But there were also new weapons.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're not going to cover the most recent ones. We're going to start with the Karist, which is a knife, a slow-moving knife, as I've heard, for dagger.
It's a very slow knife. It was silly how slow it was with the stance.
But
It's
But-
my second favorite weapon ever.
It is
Oh.
very good.
please, then, please, why is that?
I mean, in terms of the speed, without any mods, yeah, it's a little slow. But I threw on Fury, and even with God, I can't remember the name. It's the one that gives you some more damage but slows down your attack speed. I can't remember the name at all.
Spoiled Strike.
Spoiled Strike, that's it. So if you have that, and even with like Fury, which like rebalances out to like plus 10%, which isn't much, it still moves pretty quick to me. Like, yeah, it's kind of slow for a dagger, but I naturally use a lot of slow-moving heavy weapons anyway. So I saw the status chance, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to throw on Viral, and I've just been having a blast.
But you used Viral, not Blast damage.
Damn it, I knew someone was going to make that joke.
I was first. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. So you enjoy it. You like it.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Okay.
The blade looks a little goofy,
I will say,
but I really enjoy using it.
The blade looks weird and somehow a bit cool. I don't know what to think of it. Like, the actual weapon.
I like it.
But I just think it's odd. But yeah, anyone else had any experiences with the Karist?
I do like daggers. I do think they're cool, but I never use them. But homing thing, as I said, it was slow. So the homing thing stance, I did the spinny thing, but it really slowed down the spin. So I was kind of slowly spinning on the ground, and it just looked really silly.
I'm seeing now it's doing 50 toxin damage.
Yeah, that it applies is not pretty great.
Yeah. It's 50.
I mean, I've been doing well fighting Corpus using it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you have the bypassing the shields.
And because I use Viral, it works on Grenier pretty alright.
Yes, right. So I'm seeing the stats here. It has a 10% crit chance and a 2 times crit damage. It's one of those weapons whose crits
Plus the
don't
slam,
really matter.
like the slam damage, it does. Even though the AOE is kind of small, that does toxic too.
Yeah, it applies to dot.
Does from what I've heard though, that dot doesn't really do much.
No, because it doesn't ignore armor.
Yeah, it's kind of small.
An attack rate of 0.8 attacks per second? Yeah. Okay, I see. That for a dagger is... It's pretty... Gotta admit. And
heavy metal.
15% status chance. What did you get the status chance up to? Since it's and all?
Oh god, I'd want to say at least over 35%.
That's not bad.
That's
not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not bad.
Which, like, if you do the pause combo, where you do the spins at the end, you're practically guaranteed to get at least like 10 procs. I've gotten so many procs just like swinging that thing around, and like 90% of them were like viral procs, and not even just like puncture procs or whatever basic proc.
I don't think it has any.
Which
oh no, it doesn't because it's toxic. So
it's
yeah, I would only be getting viral. So
unless the stance itself adds in like different, like a slash proc or something.
Oh, you mean like how the twin sword stance, the common one, will like proc everything?
I'm pretty sure that's a bug, but if we keep talking about it, it will get fixed. So stop.
Don't talk about it so we can enjoy it. Yeah.
I'm enjoying this more than I should, so don't do it.
And was there anything else that came with the Karist, or
weapon-wise? No.
No.
Yeah.
Not at that
not really.
That was just a curse.
All right. So
the MK1 weapons came in.
Oh,
I believe that was in 14.2 when that came out.
Oh yes, but still, we can just cover the Mark 1. They're called the Mark. Friend.
I'm just going to call them MK1. You can't stop me.
Oh, hi, Muck.
Muck 1. Anyway, you're one of those people that like mastery rank. Use these.
I started to level them up, and
it's hard.
I don't want to.
I think that's supposed to be the point, though.
No, I know, but
it's not really for us.
Yeah.
It's not really.
Yeah,
for
this
us.
is for new players.
They're A for beginners, B for mastery hunters.
Yeah, this is for new players. And,
I was not expecting anything like I'm not expecting them to be like, amazing weapons. They're MK1 weapons. But
Yeah.
as a mastery rank hunter, it's just like, oh, it's so painful.
yeah, and dark sectors at the moment I've been going through a phase of some pretty bad taxes, so I'm reluctant to go there to level them up.
Did any one of you get a single Mark 1 weapon to rank 30?
Not
No.
yet, because I've been busy with the events.
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
Shiny new weapons. Are we going to go to those 3 now, or are we going to jump back to what else came in 14.2?
We can do either. We can just cover the tactical alerts, which happened.
Yeah.
Which
Let's go
started to happen and will be happening from now on.
Forever.
Which tactical
You say I have a
alerts,
creepy voice.
tactical alerts are something that are what I basically always wanted alerts to be. Not just a small thing that'll last for an hour and gives you basically nothing. There are now slightly bigger events that will last for a few hours, give better rewards, and they have a bit of a different twist to the whole thing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch the first one, which was with the hyenas, but who did very well?
I got
did.
to 100 points, but I didn't bother going to 200.
I did.
I hit 200.
Basically, what happened was you were given a mission, and you have to go and you have to exterminate all these these MOA, including small fire-based hyena units. But the catch is you can only go in with a conclave of 700, I think, the first time.
700 and then 500 when you go for 200.
So if you have anything over
basically-
700, you can't do the mission.
Yes,
Basically, that's your potato Warframe and potato Dragon Akana. That's what I
Yeah,
did.
that's all you could do.
yeah, you either take everything and downgrade it, or take like 2 good things. At that
Yeah,
point.
you'd have to like downgrade everything. You'd have to take off all your Warframe abilities. Just
Well, maybe not everything.
Well, no.
Dragon Nakana. I used a bow.
man, who are you? This guy.
But flying against the hyenas without having to deal with all 4 of the types and magnetic aura of that one hyena, which I despise, the hyenas are actually really fun to fight.
Yeah,
No, I like
until they
the
jump onto
limitation.
walls or something, and you don't have any guns.
Well, then you wait for them to jump off, and then you punish them for doing
they only
that.
go up there for like a second.
Or then you use the good parkour skills, which you don't have.
So
So
Hey.
it never works.
Hey, we're not the Japanese players. Those guys are gods with parkour. Last I heard.
But yeah, the hyena fight is actually fun. It's pretty fun.
I liked the limitation, but I stopped after 100 because I was getting pretty sick of doing it like 12 times.
Yeah, the scoring was all over the place. I was getting like anywhere from 4 to like 17 points. It was very inconsistent.
I got like 2 points once.
What was actually giving the points, though?
I don't know.
I believe it was the hyenas that died during the mission. I don't think you yourself had to kill them. It's just because there were missions where sometimes you would have a few hyenas, other times it would be a bunch of hyenas.
Okay.
And as a
Yeah,
reward
it-
for the 200 was the Strauss badge, and I'm interested to see where that goes.
What's the catch with that? Is it supposed to change in some way?
It basically gives you a number for every like tactical alert you could fully complete or something like that.
And it just
Yeah.
displays it, so
Yeah,
everyone knows how much.
everyone knows how cool you are.
How let's
Yep.
let's go with that. Yeah, let's go with the PG way of saying it. Yeah, there hasn't been another tactical alert since. That was the first. That was
No,
I suppose it was kind of a test for them.
but we now have a full-blown alert.
We do.
Mm.
You're not even gonna continue on that. You're just gonna leave it there.
We have begun the cryotic front. A new preview of a new game mode, preview of a new tile set, and 3 new weapons. Only
We
one of
moved
which I've actually played
from
with.
14.2 to 14.5, which pissed me off immensely. I might add. It just continuity. You need to move to 3 to 4 to 5. That's how updates work.
6? What happened to 7?
Yeah, 7, 8, 9. Okay. But Cryotic Front just happened. It has 3 days to go as of the time of posting it. And what was introduced was the ice tile set we were talking about, which, as I hear, is gorgeous.
Yes.
Yes.
And the size of Russia, as
Yes.
eyewitness reports say. Yes, thank you.
We are actually in Russia.
Actual Russia. Thank you. Talk about a lot for a while. Why are you laughing? Are you laughing why I think you're laughing?
I don't know. Were you saying something? Because if that's the case, then my Skype cut out on you again. I'm sorry.
Amazing.
Because I was hearing an awkward silence.
Can't wait for you to be humiliated on one episode.
What? What was that?
Oh, I didn't say anything. Your Skype is cutting off.
All right.
So yes, let's cover the weapons, and I'm gonna have to cheat and look at their names because I don't remember their names. Their names are not very impressive.
I wrote them down in the document.
Okay, we have the Galaxian, which is the freeze ray we've seen so much of. It's finally here. Has
anyone actually been able to play it? Is it still in
No.
construction?
I was playing.
It's in construction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing like a couple hours ago, and it was still like 30 minutes left on the research.
30 minutes.
That is, it needed.
It's done by now. It's definitely done by now. So go and make it now. But it wasn't when I was playing.
I thought it was like
needed the
3
new
days of research.
resources called.
Yeah, I thought it was 3 days worth of research.
I'm jumping into Doja right now to look at this.
Okay,
Just keep talking.
we're in a podcast. Did you remember that?
Yes, I am. Keep talking.
Okay, the Galaxian. There was not much to say about it. It's a ray. It freezes. None of us have actually tested it yet.
It's
from what
pretty
I've
cool from the video. Not gonna lie.
It probably does viral damage. Am I right?
I thought it was ice.
No, it deals fire.
Okay, that's why it's a freeze ray. That makes sense.
Yeah, it
Makes sense.
It sucks out the cold and makes it hot.
Yeah.
It has an obscene amount of ammunition in the magazine and reserve ammunition. It's got like 300 rounds in the mag and like 1,800 in reserve.
Oh my god.
It eats through it really fast, though, so I have no idea why they did it that way.
There's probably a really high consumption rate on that thing.
It is. It's a lot. If I remember the wiki right, it's like 40 rounds per second or something.
Yeah, I was going to
Also
say,
just-
like, the fire rate would be the only excuse for having numbers that high.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, why even bother with numbers that high?
Why not
Anyways,
just
like-
reduce the fire rate? You know.
Anyways, our Galaxion, at the time of this recording, is a day away from completion. So by the time this is out, other players will probably be able to start building theirs.
Yes. Okay. So we don't really know much about it. We know it looks cool and it's hopefully cool. This has been in the works for a while.
Wiki Comments says it's bad, but that's Wiki Comments, so take that with a large amount of salt.
Hey,
Yeah, but
comments on the internet.
The wiki
Remember
always says it's bad. Like,
Yeah.
every
The
weapon
wiki
on
makes
that
everything
site,
feel bad except for dual
Everything on-
E-Force.
yeah, except
That's
for
a good weapon.
Except for that and the Dragon Nikana. So.
yeah, every other weapon, everyone says, even all the Warframes, every single Warframe, everyone's like, "Oh, this is bad. It's terrible."
I see I
it's
touched a
awful."
nerve.
You're bad.
Yes, but Galaxian, let's see how that works out. Hopefully, it's cool. Maybe it's not.
Me too.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Next
Do we know-
podcast.
Do we know the actual damage it does? I want to see if Wiki actually knows.
It should be on the wiki.
Oh, yeah. This
We're
is
in
the
the
thing.
codex.
This is the thing of the immense fire rate because it says 6.3 ice damage. But
Per second. Jeez.
but it has a firing rate of 40 rounds per second.
Oh.
So yes.
Yeah, as I said, it just fires so fast. I don't even know why it works this way. It's weird.
Yes. So do the math because my calculator is not opening right now and I can't cheat. But do the math. It's probably a decent number. It's 4 by 6. It's gonna be... I'm gonna make myself look bad for not doing basic math.
Complete the event on time fully, and you will get a unique skin for the Galaxion itself. Actually,
Will, do we actually
Yeah.
know what that looks like?
Yep.
snowflakes.
Of course.
There's other skins that are very similar to it. I believe the Penta has one.
The shock camo.
Yeah, it's
A lot of. Yeah, it's,
It's like
pretty much
a
just a
shock
different.
camo, but it's supposed to be like
It's-
a nice thing.
It's basically just a variant on the shock camo series.
Okay, yeah. But
All right.
other weapons, and I'm gonna cheat
Actual-
again because I can't say this no matter what I try. The Nucor,
Yes.
Nucor,
Nucor.
This is supposed to be called
Nuka-Cola.
Nuka-Cola. There we go.
Nuka-Cola.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Nuka-Cola.
Yeah. The Nuka-Cola weapon, also known as the Nucor, it's a sidearm which deals radiation damage. Am I correct?
Microwave.
It's
That's.
it's a maser pistol.
I'm sorry. What now?
A maser pistol.
Oh, Macer. Yes. Okay.
Maser, like a laser except microwaves instead of light.
Yeah, microwave.
just found-
laser.
Just found it out today.
It can- yeah, it's a microwave laser, so it can heat up your tacos in basically no time.
Yay!
Probably really
And
hot.
it heats
It
up your
does.
enemies in no time.
Yeah,
As in
and
they
it,
die.
and it does something else, according to Wiki.
That bug. I hope it's a bug because that's
No.
just weird.
It's not a bug. That can't be a
Oh,
bug.
are you talking about the confusion where like
No, that's radiation procs. We're talking about okay. Right now, if you and by right now I mean today when we're recording. Maybe it'll be gone tomorrow. I have no idea, but apparently, parts that you shoot of the enemy that you shoot with it will inflate. This is so weird.
With that weapon. No, it kind of makes sense in a weird
It's like
cartoonish way.
superheating your taco.
Yeah, thank you.
Shut up with your taco.
Thank you. The codex description says creates and focuses a high frequency field of microwaves, literally cooking the target from within. So maybe it's some
Well-
kind of reaction of the body. But yeah,
Well,
basically whatever
as
part of the
As you heat
enemy
something up,
you're
it tends to
shooting-
expand.
Well,
So
that's
it
true.
makes sense.
It kind of makes
Yeah.
sense, but it's still goofy and dumb. So
Yeah.
what basically happens is
Don't call
as
it goofy dumb.
as
Yeah,
you
you
shoot
see it.
an enemy's body part, it kind of literally expands.
Now, hang on. I'm going to have to make a note. Right before we start recording, I noticed Mogamu had posted another video, this time for a nuker. Shout out to Mogamu. And I
No one knows
saw
that
like
guy.
a minute. I saw like a minute to footage, and I didn't see anything inflating. So maybe it's just like a rare occurrence or something. I don't know.
Maybe it just needs a few seconds of actually shooting at that place.
Yeah.
But anyway, it happens.
That's
It looks dumb.
Oh my god.
But yeah, some actual things about the weapon. Like we said, it does radiation damage. And
Yep.
does 32 damage with 5 rounds per second. So 32 by 5.
It's a
Which-
bit like the.
Kid can calculate that.
it's a little over 6 rounds per second.
Yeah.
It's a basic. From what I've heard, it's basically a variation on the Spectra, which did get buffed recently, thank God. So, but I am looking forward to radiation procs. Also, critical chance and such. I assume you guys saw that.
That is really weird. Because
This
this
gun
weapon,
is just
yes, this does 1%. It has a 1% chance to crit, but does 4 times as much crit damage.
Perfect.
That might be a typo, I hope.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it
No.
is.
If it was, somebody would have gone in and checked it by now. Everything I'm hearing so far is, yeah, that thing is... It's just a weird gun. I mean, it's even just weirdly shaped, bright pink. This thing is...
Yeah,
I'm surprised it's radiation, not acid.
It's odd, and it's even odder because like it's Grineer made. This is a Grineer radiation weapon, which is something Grineer don't really do.
And we all know that
Yeah, they do.
Grineers...
No, I mean energy weapon. Sorry.
Oh.
Energy weapon.
Yeah, the Corpus tend to do, but directed energy. Grineer just have lots of DACA.
Just
Yeah.
put some duct tape on it.
Grineer is just. Yes.
Do gratata.
Oh, let's talk about the Tonfa.
Let's talk about the Tonfa, which are called some
Cronin.
I don't know why I don't like that name. It just doesn't help us, I don't think.
It was a fan concept by Data Reaper.
It was a fan.
Congratulations.
Yep, congrats, man.
Yeah, it was the
Or
winner
female,
of the...
if you're a female, I don't know.
Congrats.
Keep up the good work.
friend. Yeah, it was the winner of a contest a while back, actually. Yes, back.
Yeah.
They are Tonfas, they are bladed, they are ninja.
They are really cool looking.
They are. Does look cool. Another slash damage melee weapon.
I don't think we have any puncture damage melee weapons.
Can we get like
We
a
have very
rapier
few.
and a lance DE? Can we get those? Like a
Thank
rocket
you.
lance and
I've
a
been
rapier?
asking for a rapier for a while. I just it doesn't fit with the whole ninja thing. I know, but guess what? Radiation
We also
weapons
have
that
rocket
inflate your
hammers.
enemies doesn't fit with the ninja thing.
We have rocket hammers.
I
Yeah.
see you complaining about the rocket hammer.
Basically, all melee weapons are slash damage, and a few others are electricity. That's it.
In toxic. That about covers
Yeah.
all of it.
Well, we got a few impacts, like the hammers and the mace.
And 2 radiation weapons in the Dark Sword and Dark Dagger. No idea what that's about.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
the
I don't know
mystery
why.
weapon.
It's
I don't know
nice
why
that
they're
you-
radiation.
It's nice that you mentioned the puncture
I
weapons.
think those
because,
used to be puncture.
the only puncture I know of are the
The fang.
the Fang Prime, the Ether daggers do or used to do.
I think they
I-
used to.
Ether daggers are slash.
I
They've
think they
always
used to
been.
do. Really?
No. There's back in the
a third-
original.
I
The
think
Jaw
they
Sword
ignored
used to be
armor.
puncture. That wasn't damage 1.0. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, please don't.
That was those are hard times.
Rough times.
Anyways, I was able to get a hold of the Stance Gemini Cross almost immediately upon starting a game when this update came out.
Oh, good. Do you have the actual weapons?
Yeah, I have the weapons. I have the stance, so I've been playing around with that. And I've really only been doing one of the stances and combos, and that's the one where you just hold down right button while mashing E. And it's nice. It's a bunch of slashes, and you've got a bit of a forward dash at the end of it. There's a second stance where you spin around your tonfas like they're saw blades, and that messes people up. And there's a third one where you jump into the air and spin around with them, so that's good for ospreys and mutalised ospreys, which are the devil.
The
how
stance
does the-
drops from corrupted MOAs, doesn't it?
That's true.
Corrupted
yeah.
Moa and the excavation missions.
Yeah, I've got. That's
It's
where I
a
got mine.
Really?
Yeah, as a reward.
Mhm.
As a
Oh,
reward.
rewards
It was
from
like the first...
excavators. Finish.
Yeah, I think that was like the first reward I got.
I might actually have it without realizing. I wasn't looking at the mod rewards from that mission.
But yeah.
But yeah, if you want that, you basically either go void or excavation. No. With,
My two complaints.
How does the damage feel? Because it does 65.
It does
for a
good damage.
121.
However, it feels really short range. Like it's like dagger range, but even then, it just feels weird how close I have to be to hit them. And on top of that, it's not good for coptering. It has this little upward slash at the end of each of its spin attacks that kind of kills
so
the
it's
momentum.
Like the fists?
Yeah, like this.
Kinda. It's a combination of a dual sword and fish slide attack.
Fish attack. Fish melee weapon. Confirmed.
That's in TF2. It's my favorite.
Oh.
Well, for the scout. Different game.
Don't.
Swordfish confirmed.
Swordfish. Fish rapier.
All right.
What?
And we also forgot about a weapon.
Did we?
Did we?
Latron Wraith.
Oh,
yeah.
thanks.
Right.
I only just got that today, so I haven't had time to level
Yeah,
up.
I don't think many people have actually like played it.
Yeah. This is the Latron.
I don't care what anyone says. It's not replacing.
This is the. Yeah, I was very surprised given how we already have a Latron Prime, and this is a Tenno weapon, so it's completely thrown out the window the previous classifications of Wraith and Vandal weapons.
Yeah, basically.
Anyways, looking at the stats, it does less damage than the Latron Prime, though from what I've seen, more than the Latron itself. And it's a faster fire rate, good status chance, for a bit less than the Prime, and it has really good critical chance, though sadly it can't hit red crits.
Yeah, the main difference was its increased crit chance. Now, is that
Yeah.
compared to the original or
Compared
the Prime?
to Prime, it has more.
Oh, Prime even.
No,
Okay.
it does.
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I heard it had more.
I'm gonna go and look at this right
Time
now.
to fact check.
I'm on Latron Wraith. You go to Latron Prime.
I just
We'll
went
do-
on Latron Prime.
Let's do a comparison.
Across the internet.
Alright, Latron Prime has a 15% crit chance.
And the Wraith has a
20.
25.
25.
And the crit
so that's
damage on both is 2.5. So, yeah. Huh.
It's a different flavor of a Latron. So
Yeah, I would
it's
say
really just
I'd say the Wraith is if you're more trigger happy, and the Latron Prime is more if you're focused on
Sniping.
accuracy.
Yeah.
Sniping.
Yeah.
Plus, the Wraith still has lower actual base damage compared to the Prime.
I want to say that the
2
crit
points.
chance should be buffed so that you can get it to the red crits, but I don't know if whether or not that would work out, or if that would just outshine the Prime.
Yeah, you can't get it over 100 with just 25. That's true.
No, you can't. You're close, but
If you want your red crits, use a Dread.
Use a bow.
Use a Dread.
use a Synapse.
Yeah, Paris Prime can get red crits. You just only get like 101%.
Meh.
Yeah, so it's not much, but you can get it.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's it for weapons. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weapons in the last couple
It's a
of
lot.
Lots of stuff.
It's a
Yep.
decent amount of weapons, and they're pretty interesting. They're pretty different. Except for the Wraith. No one likes Latron. No. Just joking.
I like Latron. You shut up.
I do like the Latron. Yeah, I intend to put Shred on mine, make it go faster, and actually be able to deal with crowds.
No,
I put that
do
pretty
like
much on with
Latron.
something else.
I just have the standard one, and I kind of was like, no, I don't. I like, but no, not anymore.
When I first picked up the Latron itself, like over a year ago, or a year and a half, nearing probably, when I first started playing Warframe, I really didn't like the Latron, but a long time later I picked it up again and just get its mastery before I made the Latron Prime after finally getting all the parts, and I came to enjoy it.
Yeah, they actually buffed it at one point. It was like, I played it during closed beta, and it wasn't as strong as I would have liked. And it also had a way slower fire rate. And then at some point, they buffed it and it had a higher fire rate and damage.
Couldn't have been as bad as the Burston was.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Yeah,
Burston was the first weapon I made when I got into Warframe. After when I decided to replace my MK1 Bratton with. Oh my god, it was falling behind my friend's MK1 Brattons. That's how bad
It's
it was.
a similar thing to what you guys were saying about the Lutron, because I really like the Burston Prime. It's not a really high like damage per second, but I enjoy it. It's fun. I like burst weapons.
Yeah.
What can I say?
People say the Lutron Prime sucks, and I use that.
Yeah.
Lutron Prime is... I've got
And
mine
the Bratton
kitted out
Prime.
pretty well.
People say that about Lutron Prime and Bratton Prime, and I use both like extensively.
Yeah,
Numbers out everything. You also need to be able to
Exactly.
hit them.
You know
As
what
long
else
as you
need to
have
do?
fun.
I was just about to say, thank you. The point of video games is to have fun.
No, it's to hate each other on the internet.
Yeah, no, it said video games, not League of Legends.
No. No, that's good. Well, we just lost a bunch of fans, probably.
Well, we don't even have any to begin with, so it doesn't even matter.
You don't give us enough credit.
Alright.
But yes, we didn't actually cover the actual event. We're going to move on from weapons to the actual chaotic front, which was brought by update 14.5, starting from the event. I'm just going to give a quick recap, and I'm going to say I was confused at first because I didn't read the build notes extensively, and I just jumped in the mission and didn't understand what the hell was going on. There was just a lot of stuff on my screen, on my UI at one point.
It does get a lot of stuff on the UI.
I figured it out eventually. It was kind of...
Yeah.
I did, but at first I was... it was like a mobile defense with five...
Let's explain that real quick. If
Yes.
you don't know, basically extractors, first you go to this structure. It's a scanner. And what you need to do is you need to kill these special units, which you can easily tell. They're normally blue, and they have this giant battery-looking thing on their back.
They're very different from the rest of the guys.
Yeah, you cannot miss it. Once you kill them, they're going to drop a battery core. You take it, and you bring it to the scanner. The scanner is going to build up enough power for you to start scanning the area for extractors, or at least not extractors, but areas
Excavators.
where cryotics, where cryotics is located, and then it'll bring in an excavator to start drilling it. From there, it'll probably stop, so you don't need to bring any more energy to it. Once that happens, you need to start taking your energy reserves and moving it to the excavators. The excavators need your support because the enemies will be trying to destroy it, so you can't take the cryotic from the ground. So you need to constantly be bringing it energy at the same time, keeping it from being destroyed. Because if it gets destroyed, then you don't get points.
Well, you do get points, just not as much as you could.
Yeah, you don't get a reward for it being destroyed.
No,
That'd be a bit counterproductive, wouldn't it?
It has to completely go through its cycle for you to get the reward. Kind of like how you do survival. You'll get a reward every time an extractor collects cryotic.
The reward is both the new resource, the cryotic, which you need for the new freeze ray, whose name I already forgot. Thank you. Glaxian. Yes, and an actual reward like you'd get on survival or defense missions. It's a
keys, mods, etc.
Can I
get keys? Actually,
yeah, I've been getting nothing but T1 keys.
Can I throw in my 2 cents real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If for whatever reason DE is listening to this, having the thing explode, whether it succeeds or not, is not a great way of me telling if it was successful. Because I've been defending it sometimes, and it got really close to death, and I couldn't pay attention to its health bar, and it would explode, and I couldn't tell for a second if it was successful or not.
Instead of that, it should, I guess, not be destroyed, but I guess...
dematerialize.
Yeah, dematerialize, fold up into nothingness, just...
Or just
something that isn't a
reverse
loud bang.
Yeah, reverse, go up into space.
Go back up into space.
reverse the
Also,
animation of it coming down and just
At least
leaves in
at
space.
least then I would know
Yeah,
that
basically,
it
it just
wasn't
my people need
destroyed.
me.
Yeah,
It just
it seemed a
Because
bit.
this game has taught me that if anything explodes, it's probably not a good thing.
Yeah, if it explodes, you did goofed.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying this game mode. I'm really enjoying this.
Like I don't know why. I think it's just the fact that you can go on forever, so the potential is like endless, and it's not like Defense where you have to like stop at every screen. No, you can just like keep going and just leave whenever you feel like it.
I like that. I like how like the failure is not something that you have to like constantly keep managing. It's not like this micromanagement thing. It's you can choose when to just stop.
I really like that. Like I don't feel bad if it explodes. Like it explodes, but it just
try
gives me more
again.
to keep trying, and I just want to get better each time. So it's like really fun, and I just like I didn't think I was gonna like it. I thought it was just gonna be like something silly, just like oh another survival. But now it's like oh man, this is actually really fun.
Most
And
of
something that I'll
Warframe
probably
is
keep coming back to.
most of Warframe is the endless mode: survival, interception, defense, and now excavation. These are the modes which, when people are trying to figure out loadouts for, this is what they're planning for: the continual wave of enemies that grow stronger over time.
yes, you could say it's more of the end game kind of thing.
Yes.
Like
As of
that's
now,
what
yeah.
you do. Yeah, no, that's true. And the system they've got that you could just drop in, drop off. Well, not drop in, but you can drop off wherever. It's really helpful. It's fun.
Yeah.
If you don't at your first try, just fill up the scanner at 100%, run by 4 excavators, activate them, and everything explodes.
Oh,
So don't be mean, kids.
I'm gonna say this because I actually didn't know this for a bit. If you're looking to get like 3,000 points, just go to Europa. That's where people are doing that.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
yes.
as time
I
goes
was-
by, like obviously there's 3 extractor ones, but I want to say that eventually there might be more planets with this.
Yeah,
I would like
I think that the way I understand every map which takes place outside will have that replace survival. So it's not like, oh, we're on Earth. Oh, they're sucking out our oxygen. So it's like,
Yeah.
The
I don't know,
atmosphere.
the space balls invade. Or,
Yeah, the purpose of this was to replace the survivals on planets. Like it'll still
Yes.
stay in ships and in those kind of towsets, but outside, like they're sucking the oxygen from Earth. Like no, they're not.
Like Phobos. Is there one on Phobos?
Yes, there is.
Okay, they're
There-
full.
well, there's air and Phobos in Warframe, but in Warframe, Phobos also
No,
looks
they're
like
an
Mars.
extractor one.
I think she meant the event.
Oh, sorry. Derp.
You
Good.
better be.
Good job.
There's something
I didn't say that.
we forgot to put down on the dock, and that's Oberon changes.
Oh. Well, would you like to say it, Mr. Oberon, since you're kind of Oberon right now?
Yeah, I'm super happy about it. I mean, there's some things that like they didn't change, and I'm like, oh, I wish it was. But like overall, the pros vastly outweigh the cons. His radiation is actually proccing now. The buffs from Hollowed Ground seem to be working pretty all right. I mean, I haven't done like extensive testing with it, but like I have not died as much standing on it.
That's good. Yeah,
I got
Does
the most
Hallowed
use.
Ground-
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I was just wanting to ask, does Hallowed Ground, I read that it removes any procs that you currently have or kind of
Yes,
status
if you
effects?
It does do
Oh,
that.
If you're already
That's
standing
good.
in it, you cannot be procced. If you aren't and you're procced and you walk on it, it removes it.
it removes. Oh, okay, that is good. That is actually a very good support.
The thing I've gotten the most use out of is his heal. I forget what it's called.
Renewal.
Well,
Renewal. But I've gotten a ton of use out of that. It is way better, and with natural talent, it just happens. It's almost instant.
Could you tell us how it works? Because I have no idea what it does anymore.
So I don't see the orbs that fly around anymore. Maybe it's because natural
I don't
talent.
see it either.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because like I have natural talent or something, but basically, you pop it, and like after like a split second for everybody else, it will start healing them. But for me personally, because I'm Oberon, it gives you a burst like of heal, so you'll get like 200 HP instantly, and then it will start gradually healing. And depending on your power strength, it will that will increase how much you get back.
So is it not balls anymore, or is it more like Trinity's Blessing?
It's not instant like Trinity's Blessing, but it's really close to it with natural talent.
It's faster.
I've been pretty far away from my teammates and popped it, and they've gotten healed in like less than 3 seconds.
Huh.
So maybe in that case, it's a set time, and it's not an actual travel time that changes depending on their position.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still travel time or set time or something.
It says when it reaches them, so I can only assume that it's travel time.
Maybe it's like a wave that spreads out from you.
It might be. Reckoning, I like the fact that if the enemy doesn't die, they just have radiation proc. But in terms of damage, I haven't really been paying attention to the numbers, so I'll have to get back to you on that.
I don't think he got too much of a buff.
Yeah, I don't think the numbers got too much of a buff. He's way more like utility based, and I really enjoy it.
But I need to get back to Oberon.
Yeah, I think the patch note said something about like when you pop Smite, the other orbs are supposed to like home in on opponents, but I haven't been seeing that.
They do.
They do. They have to fly by first, then they turn around. But until then, they just kind of go off on their own.
So is it like, do they just kind of like go off on their own, and then when they get close, they start homing, or is it like they have to bounce off of walls before they can hit their opponent?
That's what it looks like. It's just until they get close.
Okay. I haven't really been able to notice it, because when it does start hitting other guys, it's usually because they're in a tight hallway.
I'm not gonna talk about Oberon. I don't even have Oberon, so I'm gonna trust you guys with this one.
Come on, Oberon's easy to get.
I just, if there was anything I wish they would further change with Oberon, is that instead of me having to be highlighted over a target to pop Smite, it would be just like a projectile that just like eventually explodes into mini projectiles. But that's my only suggestion / complaint.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. But you're satisfied. You think overall they're good changes?
Yeah, I would expect to see at least, maybe not a ton of Oberons now, but there are definitely going to be more people playing him.
Yeah, I feel like, inflation of Oberon.
What?
An inflation of Oberon users.
Like the
kind of trailed it off there. Oh.
Yes.
Next topic.
Next topic, is that it from the perspective?
New mods. Which was also. We forgot about something. I
was asking if we forgot something, but you're just hauling forward. Okay.
Kubro.
Fair enough. Kubro. What about Kubros? Do you have new stuff?
There was a change.
There was a bit of a change, and that change is that something that people have wanted, I guess. Yeah. So what happens?
Okay, basically. You can now get rid of your dogs. You can send them to Planet Lotus.
That's not what people wanted.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. People wanted to get rid of their Kubros.
People wanted to get a puppy blender.
Okay, they didn't. They wanted a puppy blender, but they got Planet Lotus.
I'm happy. The actual choice they went with is you give the Kubro to the Lotus.
I would have been really sad if there was like some mission that you had to go and you had to do it for every.
I am not happy that. Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, I'm not happy that when you. Oh my gosh.
You talk. I'll stop talking.
Please go ahead, Mr. Necros. Please.
Shodan wanted it to be the mission.
He did.
He said,
"Yeah." And I kind of did to see people suffer.
But Steve just said no.
no. Yeah.
They're not.
I'm disappointed that after you give a Kuro to the Lotus, when you get a transmission from her, you don't hear like kind of barks from the background and
Please don't.
just playing. Why? Would that not be cute?
No.
I
It'd be
would actually
heartbreaking.
like that. I would like that actually.
It would be heartbreaking.
I'm sure she's taking
I'm just
care
kind
of
of imagining like Lotus in her office, quote unquote, surrounded
Office.
by like everyone's unwanted Kupros.
And you have to like step over every single one of them.
Yeah.
I thought she was a cat lady.
Well, we don't
She
have
doesn't
them.
really have a
Yeah.
choice.
until we get some kind of cat tiger Kuros. Ah, Puma pet.
Kumeow.
Oh,
Kumeow.
you've made that pun before. I still don't enjoy it.
It was on the forums. Somebody made it like concept art and everything.
So it was a bad joke that you stole. Good job.
Yes.
But yes, there was that, which isn't even the big part I was going to talk about, but whatever. It's that the colors and patterns are now customizable. What I don't know if it's at birth or whenever. That's what I want to ask you guys.
I know you can buy colors.
You
but I
can
don't
buy
know
a
if there's
small color
patterns.
pack.
Yeah, but can you choose their colors like when they hatch? It still bothers me that they're eggs.
I have a Kubro incubating right now, so we'll find out tomorrow, which
I mean,
sadly won't be when the podcast is
I
running.
toyed around with it a little. I was able to like change around my Kubro's colors.
Oh, so you can just customize them from the...
I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
the 6 they had for sale or something. Like I was able to use those, and they're fine.
Can't
you know.
change.
That's what I was wondering.
I know they're
because
not
mines
bad.
are in
I mean,
stasis.
I was able to do something really nice to
Yeah.
with my Kubro with the stripes and I think the brown, black, and gray. That made a good combination. Nice little mocha dog.
Yeah.
You
I don't know
can't-
how patterns work. I think
You
if
can't.
I were to guess, you would have to get them from the trading market.
You can't change their eye color still, though. My Sif is stuck with like these pink eyes, and I
Honestly, you would have to
should
like
get that
zoom
checked.
into your dog to care that much.
no. This is a bright pink. You noticed on my Kubro.
Are they
If your dog has pink eyes,
flashlight?
you should take him to a vet.
I know
You
that's
kind of should.
That's what I get for naming him Sif.
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Kubro customization, it's something people have wanted ever since, Scramblers were not very well received, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and the whole thing was holy run. I don't think it'll affect the whole pattern. What are those things called that you store the patterns and the
Genetic
The
templates.
genetic
Yeah.
templates? I think it's going to kind of mess with that, and people that have paid for other people's templates are gonna.
Didn't somebody pay like 900 plat for Kubro template?
That is their problem.
That is a problem. Dot. Just in
That's
general.
more like their problem. 'Cause
That's more than the stalker pack costs, and that to begin with is an overpriced deal.
It's called what stalker? Excuse
Um,
me, and it's
Oh, excuse me, princess.
800 platinum. Thank you. You Commonwealth.
plebeian.
Commonwealth.
Shut up. But yeah, now you can dye your Kubro and send it elsewhere. That's pretty much it.
Alright.
Kubros, dogs, space dogs, because why not? Space dogs and eggs, something which will forever bother me.
We don't know what will happen to them when we go in the Archwing.
They get
We
their own
didn't
mini
mention
map.
this.
No one knows. Like we don't
Little
know that.
dog jetpack?
Yeah, little dog
Yes,
kickback.
please.
Why not?
Oh. But they don't have a Kubro specific suit, so they just use a spacesuit, like a human
mean-
spacesuit.
You can go in those infested tile spats in the middle of space and they'll be fine.
Yeah, how
They're
do they not get
mammals or
infected by
anything,
something?
So
I'm sure they can survive in the infinite nothingness of space, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Let's-
sure.
let's
Science.
just- Yes, but those are the things that have been happening lately. Is there anything else? There is a. Wait, am I seeing? I am seeing, right? There is a contest going on. Oh, those sighs. I love those sighs. This contest is called Mirroring Reality, and it's dumb, but in a cute way.
I
It's-
mean, I'm
It's
sure
a
that
nice kind of dumb.
it's not a terrible event. I mean, not an event, but contest.
There's
But
been
don't
more
get me wrong.
creative ones.
There have been better. I will say. Not saying, but hey, I'm sure a lot. There are some funny ones. Don't get me wrong. It's probably one of those contests I will skip.
Yeah, I'm no interest in this.
Yeah, but what?
But yeah, basically what you do is you find an item or a person. Well, it's mostly supposed to be a person, but you find a thing in it that looks like something else in real life. Then you take a picture and you post that. It's like the
Yep.
doppelganger one, except with items.
So say that can over there. It looks like the face of a pig. I'm gonna draw a little pig ears and say, haha, it's a pig. That's about it. It's a contest. People make platinum off of that. Amazing. And you know a contest is gonna be amazing when in the first page there's a picture of Alad V with a giant toilet seat on him. Shout out to forum user Peanut Monster. I love that photo. But yeah, so no one has anything to say about that. Eh? Okay, let's just move on.
The new mod designs.
We didn't even change topics. Good job.
Sexy can I?
We
That's
still
how I
didn't.
feel about them.
Please chill. Please chill. Is there anything else that we want to talk about in the topic of current events before we move on? Is there anything else that's been happening?
New mod.
The new
design.
mods.
We are going to.
They're very adamant about these new mods.
To our listeners, on our document, which is our script, the new mod design has been blown up to a font size of 36.
That is big. I just noticed.
Who did that?
And he didn't even notice.
I wasn't even 36. Okay, but please chill. Let's talk about it. Okay. New mod design. To accompany the new UI, basically, there's been UI overhaul, which is what we talked about at the previous episode, basically. It's a new view where the mods kind of retract when you're not actually looking at them, and in a way that you see their name only and their
Honestly,
rarity.
that was the only thing you needed to know. Their modded name and rarity.
For me
Yeah.
personally, I actually relied a lot on the pictures to easily find the mods.
I heard that complaint, and
Yeah, some people were like that.
Yeah, it's a little more inconvenient for me, but I'm not going to be all in a huff about it. It's just like sometimes I'll be like, man, where did I put Hornet Strike? And now I can't even just look for the picture of Ash with a Bronco.
Yeah, it's not a big problem. It's just gonna take a bit of getting used to.
That's more like an inconvenience kind of thing.
Like I said,
Yeah,
it's an inconvenience.
I know what you're saying.
I'm
I was
getting
the
used
same
to
thing
it.
because I just had a photographic memory of what the portrait looked like, and I just went through the whole list very quickly, and my eye caught it, and it was like, here it is. Some mods I didn't even know their names. I just remembered their pictures. So it's gonna take some getting used to, but you know what? It looks good.
yes,
It's a lot more convenient.
It's a lot
more.
cleaner.
It's not as cluttered.
Yes.
And that's always good. But what I do not like, and I want to hear your guys' opinion on that, is the customization on the mods for weapons and warframes and that. Because now the mods are at the bottom, and it's like the old way it was, and I dislike it a lot.
How old are we talking?
We're talking
Old as in
Like close,
Yeah.
like after the
Oh.
mod change, update 6.
Yeah,
When they just had it in a bottom row.
they weren't even grouped up. They were just every individual mod in a line.
Oh, that was
We
a
have
while
the
ago.
God.
We have the filter system now, so it helps. But like,
Yes.
it is very similar to the old way, where it was just a line of them on the bottom.
A
I
really
can't
long
remember.
line. What I had.
I can't remember that far back. Was that? Wait, was that the skill tree, or was that just mods?
No,
No,
just
after the
mod
skill tree, this-
customization.
Update 6
Yeah.
is when they introduced the cards.
And it was just
Because
one
I'm not
long
remembering
line.
it. I'm not remembering it.
But yeah, it kind of looks like
Too
that.
senile.
And, it's just weird to see it like that again. But again, getting used to, basically.
Yeah, it's just.
But the only thing that needs for the UI is an ability to take off that sway.
Oh, you mean how like
Some people don't like it. I mean, I'm just kind of mad about it. It hasn't really
No,
bothered me because I don't stay in the menu that long for
It
it to
doesn't
bother me.
bother me. Like what I want is, for example, when you want to take a picture of a build
Oh.
and the whole
Yeah,
thing
I
is
think-
kind of slanted.
I think what DE should implement is just like switches to turn on and off these effects.
That's what they're doing. They mentioned that in.
It's-
Did
Slowly
they?
over
I missed that. I missed that.
Yes, they did actually. The UI devstream they had,
Oh yes, that's right. Okay, I remember now. Sorry.
but they just wanted to finalize the mods and all that stuff. So that
Yeah.
should be coming soon. Again, that's the only thing that still bothers me because if you want to take a still image, everything is just crooked and
Nope.
it looks odd. But yes, those are the mods. We can't even say anything without you looking at them. So take a look at them. It's way more convenient, way more easily organized, way less cluttered.
All right. And that's pretty much it for current events.
Yes.
And
And-
I think
well,
just like
there's
one
been a
more
decent
thing.
amount of events, but no.
I think there's like one more thing to
Let us
talk about if
let us
we
just-
talk about it.
let us just generally talk. I believe we should talk about it because I did some research
All right.
of my own on that
All right.
topic.
I mean, if we don't talk about it, everyone else already knows about it. So
Well, you know what?
Yeah,
Some people
just
don't.
didn't know.
Okay,
Just didn't know what
so-
D wants, but I heard about it a long time ago. But I kind of was cautious. But yeah,
Did you know that we're not getting paid by DE? We don't have a contract. We can do whatever. We can spread.
they can file copyright using YouTube's copyright stuff.
No, I have inside like stuff. I've talked with people. Shh.
Calm down
Okay.
now.
So, besides, it's not something. Okay, so what has happened is like a lot of stuff in the past, stuff has been leaked early, and the reason that is D puts a lot of placeholder like directories for stuff in patches before they actually come out, and people usually find those placeholders and they see their names and they see what's going to come. And what was recently placed as a placeholder, which I'm going to put on screen for everyone.
Dun, 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 dun.
I know that looks like kind of a mess. It's just raw data. Is the next Prime Access set. No?
Woo!
Thank you.
I
That was-
said woo!
That was horrible. Which is...
Whoa!
Thank you. Jesus. Which will be one. First of all, it's going to be Nyx Prime. Let's just get that out of the way. Which is my turn now. Whoa!
If you didn't see it coming, you should have.
I love Nyx.
I know it had to be a female next, but it's still not Volt.
Had to be a female Nyx as opposed to what, a male Nyx?
I like how you said
No,
that
I
it's
said
supposed to be a
next.
Female
female
next.
next, but it's not Volt.
I did not emphasize my T. I am sorry.
Bad
Uh,
logic.
If it was going to be a male Nyx, it would just be Excalibur again. Eh?
Yeah, it would just be Excalibur. Hey!
Mm.
Yeah. But
Hey,
yes,
obscure
Prime.
Warframe jokes.
will be the next... Not very obscure by now. I'm sorry.
The next
Followed
Movie.
by... Not followed, accompanied by the Prime Hiko? Hiko?
Hiko?
Cool.
Hiki? Hiko?
The throwing stars.
Yeah,
The
the
throwing
throwing stars.
The not...
Which, so far as I'm aware, like, that's one of the weapons that just kind of got forgotten about.
It's not terrible, but it's awfully fast.
Well, they were made as like a response to the kunai nerf way back.
I mean, I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying that they were forgotten.
Well, yeah, because people would rather use, I don't know, every other throwing knife.
Despair.
Yeah, once you get
Despair.
despair, there's no going down.
Yeah. Despair just superior to everything.
Yes. So there's that, and then on the melee side of things, there's the Prime Sindo. Skindo? Sindo. Sindo.
Sindo. Let's say Sindo.
Let's go with Sindo.
That
That
one
also
axe
got
that you only use when you started.
When you
The only-
never...
The only
What
person I
axe?
know who still uses is Volk.
Yes.
You know, Volk is an odd individual, so...
Well, I mean, Volk...
What?
What? Yeah.
I didn't say anything bad about Warlord.
It's just a big double
Axe.
axe,
Double-head axe.
and it's going to be gold.
It also has the dagger skin and manticore skin, so
I
it remains
forgot
to be
about
seen
the
whether or not we
dagger
can keep
skins.
both.
The dagger skin looked really nice on the skin though when I back
Yeah.
when I had it.
Yeah, I hope that it keeps the altered skins because the manticore skin has alternate stats to it.
Well, I said this in the Skype chat earlier, but like immortal skins can be used on primes.
Yeah.
Yes,
so I don't
yes,
see why
I know.
weapon skins can't be used on the weapons.
Weapon models, but then again, on the Skindo skins drastically changed its model anyway, so because
Yeah,
you
like,
can't use
pretty
the
much
force
completely.
camo on. You can't use force camo or desert camo or Day of the Dead stuff on prime weapons because their model has been changed. But I suppose that the Skindo is a weapon which is just so different in its various forms that it doesn't even matter.
Well, I mean, we can only wait and see if they're actually going to be compatible. But you know what?
How long has it?
It's going to look cool, at least. I bet that.
How long has it? How long has it been since Loki Prime?
It's about that time. It's about that time.
I think it's.
I want to say over 2 months now.
I think it's roughly 70 to 80 days.
So, and yeah, I mean, primes usually come out of 90-day intervals.
Yeah.
3 months intervals.
It's soon-ish.
Yeah.
TM.
Soon, aka 15, maybe a little bit after 15, because you know they got to give them that grace period.
Because it honestly felt like we just got Loki still to me.
Yeah. No, I'm going to agree on that.
Like, it's not
I
gonna
still
be.
have none of that.
One thing I can probably say, it won't be 15. It'll probably be a little bit after 15, like 15.2, but it won't be 15.
Well, no, but I'm not too sure that it's necessarily going to be after.
I don't think
14.6.
You don't know
No.
how big the
Well,
the
I mean,
14, 15
there were some
gap.
primes that came out with updates.
like, yeah, it is, but it's like
But they weren't
normally
as big.
they just give you like a heads up. They'll be like, you have like 2 weeks or something, and then we'll take it out, and then like about the week afterwards, that's when it comes out.
Yeah, no, that's what they do. The next Prime Access starts a week after the previous one has ended, or two.
Yeah.
One of the two, yeah.
Sure.
So it should be relatively soon. And you know what? I'm excited. I love Nyx. Nyx is one of my favorite frames. So
Keep an eye on the main page in your little news tab in the Lisette to see when the say Loki's going down, because that's the time to start looking forward to stuff.
however, that's not all that's going to be in the Prime Access pack. And that's
This I have no idea about.
yeah, you guys don't actually know. I found about it today. Because, of course, there's always some kind of accessories, be it the Siandanas or the worm, was it previous time or whatever?
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
one.
What is one of the relatively recent accessory gimmicks that they've had?
Worm Prime.
Armor.
Armor sets. There is going to be a Prime armor set included.
Oh.
boy.
And that is in the in the directories as well. It's skins, armor, Prime set left, right, chest, left leg, and right leg. So there's going to be a full armor set included with probably, the mid or highest tier of Prime Access.
Actually, I thought if it was accessories, it's probably like the highest tier, and you can just buy the accessories.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
either
you
the
can-
highest or you can buy them separately.
Which I might do.
Usually. And they come with
Fine.
boosters and stuff like that.
I've never
Which is-
gotten a Prime Access, but I might want to this time.
Yeah. I've been planning on buying some plat for quite a while, so maybe I'll just buy the Prime accessories this time. It'll be a bit of money, but it should hold me off for a while. Warframe's an addiction.
Yeah. We
Don't want to slip into that withdrawal.
And that's pretty much it for actual content. Though I did look a bit into the files myself, and there were a couple other placeholder stuff. There is a placeholder for the railgun, which is why I said before it's in an entirely different directory under Archwing primary railgun, and then it's a weapon called the Archwing railgun. So it's completely separated with other primary weapons. So it's going to be a separate weapon that you can only use on the Archwing mode.
I wonder if there'll be a variety of weapons for the Archwing, so you can have your own separate loadout. Like,
Well, that depends on how it actually plans out. Because I assume there's going to be like optional stuff you can buy, like certain
yeah.
accessories and this. They're going
Archwing
to
tail.
use that.
Yeah. I would buy that.
you said,
I would buy that. Like, no joke.
yeah.
Oh, that looked so cool. But yeah, that's about it in leak kind of view. It's not leaks. We always found about Warframe stuff earlier, like this. But we have a sneak peek in the future, like that. So, I believe that about wraps it up for this. Is there
Yeah.
other general topics anyone want to discuss? Anything that
Oh, 1 second, I'm sorry.
Should we just, because there were some fan concepts, but should we just save that for the next Vercast? Because we did have to cover 3 weeks this time instead of 2. So
Yeah, we've already passed the general allotted time. That stuff is usually to cover stuff when we don't have enough content. So we had a decent amount of stuff for now. Again, we lost a week. Apologies for that. There was a kind of whole confusion going on.
The next dev stream should be
The next dev stream, yes, thank
next
you.
week. Next week? Yeah, next
Next
week.
week.
Well,
Yes, next week because
This-
I remember in the forum someone mentioned it is next week.
yeah, well, it's this week that's coming, but it's
Okay, this week. Okay, whatever.
it's the upcoming fall. Let's just say.
Whatever.
Uh,
You know what I mean, Friday.
it's Friday, like every Friday, and I hope they actually do every other week after that, and don't take it back to next week. And
Well, they are going to PAX-Con, guys.
yes, they are in PAX.
PAX-Con.
It's not called PAX-Con. They are in PAX right now. The team is in Seattle.
I'm going to call it PAX-Con because that's what it's
Well,
PAX.
you can, but you're probably wrong. So, yeah, the big part of the dev team, which we all know and love, the one that owns the pink shorts, is currently in Seattle for PAX, which is why they didn't do this dev stream this week. And yes, so next week, which is this week, which is next week. Dev stream. All right, I think we should wrap it up, unless there's anything urgent we should
No.
cover.
I mean, I put something
the only
down the
urgent
doc,
thing
but,
is
Sorry.
Remember, fix those
Huh?
maps because they too big for the excavation
excavation.
missions. They big.
excavators.
Like take me like 20 minutes to get to every single little drill. Just saying.
We're supposed to be ninjas in space, not Russia.
3 rides, 3 days ride on horseback is what Volk had said, and I agree with him on that.
Yeah, they're spaced out.
Manifest
on the
Destiny.
Mode. But, well, I mean,
Alright.
All right, that should be it.
yeah, that should. We are going to wrap this up. We are a bit after schedule, but that's okay because there's been a lot of stuff. This has been, of course, the Flux Vircast, brought to you by these
People.
quote unquote lovely people. That's not even accurate itself. These personas. Let's go with that. We're going to see you hopefully in 2 more weeks with no more delays, with no more stuff. We're gonna return to full power. And
Yeah,
we'll see you
that's
for Warframe. We're gonna talk about Warframe.
Yeah.
I need to think of an
Warframe.
outro. I need to think of an outro for this show because I don't know what I'm doing.
We're gonna get one.
We're gonna get one. We're gonna make one.
Maybe someday.
Maybe. That was very melancholic. I liked it. So yeah,
Bye-bye,
please join
everyone.
us next time. Bye bye. We'll see you and everything that follows.
So long.
Goodbye.
See you in September.
good
That's
night.
That sounded like a threat. Goodbye.